Guys, we have had a lot of snow this year, and that means that we need a snowmobile to get around. And we do have one, we just haven't ran in probably 5 years or so now. Can any of you guys see where this snowmobile is? Well, if you can't see it, don't worry, it's pretty hard to see at this point, but I'm gonna uncover it for you, and then we're gonna see if we can get this old can to fire up. Ta-da! So it's a 97 Yamaha. I think it's a 97 anyways. And it has been at least 5 years or so since we had this thing running. However, getting it running might be easier than getting it out of here. I guess first things first, we'll give it a quick pull. Well, she still turns, that's a good sign. But I guess first things first, we will need a battery, so I'll be back in a minute. Now, I don't have a real battery for a snowmobile, but what I do have is a set of jumper cables, and I got regular batteries. So I'm gonna hook this up, and then we're gonna see if we have any life out of the starter. Look at that! Let's see if we have spark. It's very faint, but there is spark. So I have an IV bag thrown on here. I'm gonna fill it up with some fuel, and then we're gonna see what it's gonna do. Stupid me, I had the button down. Success! All that cranking, I was being dumb. There's a push button up on the handlebar here, and I had it off. That's your shut off, so obviously it wasn't gonna run. But she runs! I gotta figure out a more permanent fuel system than this drip bag. But we're gonna mix up some two-stroke oil, because for the first 20 seconds there, I wasn't running it, but I just wanted to see if it ran.
On life support.
It is on life support, yep.
Did I mention I don't like snow in winter? Although this is the best time to get your snowmobile running is when it's buried in the snow and it's almost spring.
Best in quotation marks. I think maybe September is the time to have it ready to go.
Yeah, probably. It wouldn't hurt. Things are getting crude, boys and girls. Oh, this works much better when it's indoors. Oh, well.
That bag is gonna... What? What's up?
Okay, you want me to just hold this at a certain height?
We can just put it on one of these lovely trees right here. Just stick her right on there.
There, is that good for you then?
Come on, you get in there.
There we go.
Get some more fuel, you. Yeah, we better clean that up then.
Yeah, that's not good.
What the heck? Come on, you. He's dribbling just a little bit. You're just not flowing fast enough.
Yeah, it's quitting. I think we got to take her off life support, man.
Yeah, it's just not getting enough fuel fast enough.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to work. Let's go in and have a hot
Dude,
chocolate.
just because it's minus 25 means you get to go in.
Yes, I do. I'm going in. I think better when I'm having a hot chocolate in the house.
I know you do. You just want to go in.
You bet I do. It's too friggin' cold out here, man. Okay, are we good? Can we go home now?
So a few weeks later here, it's above freezing, and I'm hoping that means that our fuel will flow a little more smoothly. All right, does seem to be flowing more. You are about to not want to be here. Even on this beautiful above freezing day, it's still not flowing enough to actually feed this engine to run it, so we're gonna have to come up with another solution. I feel like the Statue of Liberty here holding this thing up. I got one of these real cheapy electric fuel pumps off of Amazon, and you get these for I think about 15 bucks or so. And usually if you buy 5 of them, 2 or 3 out of the package will work, but you know what, they are pretty cheap still. And I'm gonna use a Tropicana jug of juice there to make our fuel can out of. I took the IV bag thing and I cut the end off to make an adapter to that very small line because this is more of an automotive pump. And I'm thinking this should do the trick. We got a battery on there that's the same as it was before. And now I got the fuel pump hanging out here through the vent and into the carburetor. So now all you do, you take your negative lead, attach it. That guy starts going. Make sure this is up. Now she should fire up. There we go. What's going on? Come on, stay running. It's as if the pump isn't giving it enough fuel because it'll fire up. But it runs out of gas very quickly. I see that the can there is getting a little bit sucked in, so maybe it's just vapor locked. Maybe I'll just poke a little hole in that and it'll let it vent. So I got a hand to move this snowmobile out forward a little bit. Now it's up on a jack stand. We're going to try to get this track to break loose. There we go. Move.
Absolutely. See? That'll help.
That will help. While Dad was over here, he decided he was a little spooked by the positive cable being completely uninsulated like that. So I'm just going to give her a real quick tape job. Now that shouldn't arc onto anybody. Now that the snowmobile's up and out of its spot, I discovered there's a toolbox back here. So I'm kind of curious what's in here. Rag, like electrical tape, I think. Some kind of a pouch, pair of pliers, Yamaha wrench, carb strap. Yeah, there's a few wrenches in here, and pliers, and box of matches. All the good stuff. Sweet find. Emery cloth! Yeah, we got some emery cloth. All right, well, it can all go back in for now, but that's kind of neat that they got that on there. So there is plenty of fuel flow. So I'm wondering if maybe the needle and seat has a bit of garbage in the way, and that's preventing us from getting any fuel in there. So I'm gonna give it just a little shot of carb cleaner. And now I will hit it with the blowgun. Man, that carb cleaner finds all the cuts. There, she popped her off. See a lot more bubbles coming into it. Maybe we're actually flowing some fuel. Yeah! All right, Yellow. This is the moment of truth. We're actually going to try it. Oh, man! You got further than I thought you would. Not there, huh? Not at all. So basically, we were fighting two things getting the snowmobile out of its spot. The skis were originally frozen forward, but we did get them broken loose. But they also had some topsoil frozen at the bottom and just dug into the snow instead of sliding. On top of that, the battery kept falling off the seat, which just added frustration to the whole ordeal. Okay guys, I relocated the battery to the side there because that was a much easier location to strap it on, so it looks good and redneck now, and hopefully she's gonna start up now. I'm seeing that it's puking fuel out of here whenever the pump is running, and that's leaking right on top of the starter. So that's not a good place for gasoline to be going to. I think at this point I'm just going to take the carburetor right off. I mean, it looks like the hardest part about that's going to be actually sliding it out. It doesn't look like there's too many fasteners for it, so I think that's where we're at this project. We got to get this carburetor cleaned up a bit more. Well, we'll see what's in here. Got the carb off, and now I got to get this bung off the bottom of the fuel bowl, and I can drain it a little more, and we'll see what's in here. Oh yeah, there's some crud in there, all right. Not a ton of junk in there, but we did get the thing off, so we can start cleaning. Guys, here's a real praise the Lord moment. There's these two little black caps that sit in this part of the carburetor like so, and I was blow gunning out these ports, and clearly they're connected, and these shot out that way. One hit the side of the truck and landed, the other one went to the other side, and the Lord blessed me. I found both of those little things. That's actually one time when the snow has been helpful, because they actually showed up better on the snow than I think they would on the gravel. So after a bit of cleaning, we reassembled the carburetor and got it stuck back onto the snowmobile. So due to complaints by certain cameramen around here, I have to put a tarp strap on the fuel system, even though it sits perfectly fine. So after our initial shakedown, the snowmobile did have a few issues to resolve. You remember how I said these pumps sometimes quit on you and they're not all that good? It quit on me, and I know it's the pump because I just hooked another one up here and it runs. So I know for a fact that the pump gave out or some connection's bad on it, so I'm just gonna change the pump out and keep having fun. So I had wrapped this in electrical tape to try to keep this from happening, and this happened. We basically just kind of got this end touching somewhere else apparently, but it didn't burn the whole thing down, which is good. So I'm just going to give her a real good taping up now on both ends, and then I think it'll be okay. Now it's wrapped. Guys, when I was taking this carb apart and cleaning it, I did put this bung back in the bottom of the fuel bowl, but I did forget to tighten it. And so that kind of explains our poor fuel mileage up to this point. And then when I was doing a couple little jumps over there, this fell right out and we had a huge geyser of fuel coming out the bottom of the carb. And so that's not sustainable. So I found this in the bottom of the skidoo here, and thank the Lord it was in there, because we were walking all over the place looking for it, finally found it. And now I'm gonna try to reassemble the carburetor without taking it off. Yeah, it started the thread. Finger tight. Now just to get a wrench in there. Well, it's snug. I don't think we need much more than snug, because it's just a little aluminum carb. Ready? I'm gonna call it fixed. go quite to plan. She came off. That's not great, but it was still fun jumping it. So the main thing here is that we actually got a snowmobile going again. I haven't ridden a snowmobile in years, so that's kind of fun. Well, thank you guys very much for watching. I hope you got something out of this. And until next time, Godspeed. Our fuel pump's turned into an M60.